Have you ever wondered why some older adults, even when living alone, always wear a smile, radiate energy, and find life deeply meaningful, while others quietly drift through each day feeling lonely and weary? Millions of seniors live alone. For some, it's a cherished time to enjoy freedom and care for themselves. But for many others, it brings feelings of emptiness, disconnection, and a loss of purpose. What's unfortunate is that many have yet to realize living alone doesn't mean being lonely if you know how to actively create positivity each day. Ignoring the basics could mean missing out on the chance to live a truly fulfilling old age. In today's content, I'll share with you 6 golden principles, simple yet powerful, that help older adults live meaningfully, healthily, and happily, even without anyone by their side. If you're looking for a more positive direction or want to help your parents or loved ones live better, don't miss this. And if you find this topic helpful, please hit like, share the video, or leave a comment to let me know you're following along. Have you ever witnessed someone living alone and still thriving? Or are you living that experience yourself? Share your story. You might just inspire someone else. Now let's discover the 6 golden principles that help older adults live a truly meaningful life, starting today. Establishing a daily routine. A set schedule brings purpose, meaning, and a sense of control. Your morning begins with a cup of coffee, bird song outside the window, and gentle sunlight streaming through the curtains. Have you ever realized that these small, repeated moments quietly nurture a peaceful and fulfilling life? Now imagine a day without a plan. You wake up unsure of what to do. Time drifts by as you flip through TV channels. You grab a quick lunch without care, and by afternoon, you're already sighing and waiting for the evening to pass. A day like that, repeated over and over, doesn't just leave you feeling like you didn't do anything. It gradually strips away your sense of agency and joy. Many older adults have shared that after retirement or after starting to live alone, time seems to pass without leaving any real mark. This is where a simple, consistent schedule can transform your experience of life. A daily routine doesn't just tell you what comes next. It gives you a sense of direction and control. When you know that this morning you'll water the plants, in the afternoon you'll read a book, in the evening you'll call your daughter, and before bed you'll enjoy your favorite podcast. Suddenly every moment feels meaningful. The best part? You don't need a rigid timetable like a clock. All you need is to choose 3 to 5 activities you enjoy and space them out in a way that feels natural to you. Read in the morning, take a walk in the cool afternoon, listen to music before bed. Creating these small anchor points in your day helps regulate your emotions, maintain steady energy, and reduce feelings of aimlessness or fatigue. A study from Stanford University found that older adults with consistent daily routines tend to experience less stress and enjoy better sleep quality. They also report feeling that each day is more worth living because they have a clear sense of purpose. Even small acts like brewing tea at the same time each day, cleaning the house every Monday, or calling a loved one every Sunday can build a solid mental structure that supports emotional well-being in later life. And the change can start with something very simple. If you've never had a routine before, try writing down 3 things you want to do tomorrow and do them in order. After 1 week, you'll start to feel the satisfaction of completing small goals. After 1 month, you might notice that your days no longer feel meaningless. Each day has its own rhythm, and you are the composer of that melody. Begin with a simple plan, not to control everything, but to ensure that every moment of your life holds value. Now let's move on to the next principle. Where your body awakens and joy comes with every step you take. Prioritize physical activity. Staying active through walking and stretching helps maintain health, independence, and reduces cognitive decline. Have you ever noticed how just a short walk in the park can significantly lift your mood? In today's world, especially for older adults, staying physically active isn't just medical advice. It's a key to preserving freedom, independence, and joy in life. Yet many people still see physical activity as something they have to push themselves to do, rather than as a natural and enjoyable daily habit. In reality, a lack of regular movement can lead the body to become sluggish, balance to deteriorate, joints to stiffen, and memory to weaken over time. Numerous studies have shown a clear connection between a sedentary lifestyle and an increased risk of cognitive decline in older adults. It's not just the body. Your mental health can also suffer significantly without daily movement. Here's the important part. You don't need to run marathons or spend hours in the gym. Simple activities like walking around your neighborhood, doing gentle morning stretches, or joining a yoga class at your local community center can have a powerful impact. The key lies in consistency and choosing activities suited to your body's needs. Try to treat movement as a natural part of your daily schedule, just like drinking water or having breakfast. Choose times of day that you enjoy, early mornings with fresh air, late afternoons to relax, or even in between other tasks as a way to wake up your body. If you live in a neighborhood with safe sidewalks or have access to a nearby park, take advantage of those spaces. And if not, simply standing to stretch every hour or walking around the house is far better than sitting still all day. A report from the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, emphasizes that just 150 minutes of light activity per week, spread across the days, can significantly reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, depression, and Alzheimer's. This isn't an unattainable goal. It's entirely within reach if you begin with small, manageable steps. Movement also improves sleep, enhances appetite, and gives you a renewed zest for life. No matter your age, your body's always waiting to be cared for, energized, and awakened. Don't let age become an excuse to delay showing love to yourself through each intentional movement. So start today with one simple step: a walk around the house, a few stretches for your back, or even just standing at the window to take 3 deep breaths. That counts as a beginning. Now that your body has been awakened, let's move on to the next principle, where you'll rediscover a deeper sense of connection with yourself and the community around you. Maintain social connections. Even small interactions, like chatting with a neighbor or joining a club, help combat isolation. When was the last time you talked to someone just for a laugh or to share a few everyday stories? In today's world, where individualism is valued and families often live far apart, many older adults find themselves spending too much time alone. You might still be independent and physically well, but the absence of social connections can quietly wear down your emotional well-being, leaving you feeling empty without even realizing it. Social isolation doesn't arrive all at once. It builds up gradually through days without phone calls, meals eaten alone, and thoughts left unshared. According to the U.S. National Institute on Aging, NIA, prolonged isolation is linked to depression, cognitive decline, and a higher risk of mortality among older adults. This reveals an essential truth. People don't just need to survive, they need to connect in order to truly feel alive. The good news is, you don't need deep relationships or big social gatherings to feel connected. Sometimes a brief chat with the mail carrier, a wave to your neighbor while watering plants, or joining a local book club can spark the feeling that you are part of this world. If you're not sure where to begin, try setting a simple goal. Talk to at least one person each day, whether by phone, text, or in person. Sign up for an online class, visit your local library, or volunteer at a community center. These are excellent ways to build connections without feeling forced or overwhelmed. The presence of others, even in the most ordinary moments, gives you the feeling of being seen, heard, and valued. No one should live feeling invisible. By actively creating small moments of connection, you're planting seeds of joy within yourself, a little each day, until the emptiness around you is replaced by warm, genuine relationships. And once you've nurtured that outward connection, it's time to turn inward, to the next principle, where the mind is sharpened and clarity is sustained through moments of thoughtful exploration. Stimulate the mind. Learning new skills, reading, and playing games. Keep the brain sharp. Have you ever wondered, is your memory really fading, or is your brain simply asleep because it hasn't been challenged in a while? Like every other organ in the body, the brain needs regular exercise to stay flexible and sharp, especially as we age. With technology and knowledge constantly evolving, seniors have countless opportunities to keep their minds active. Yet in reality, many stop learning or trying new things simply because they think, "I'm too old for that now." The truth is, the brain can still form new neural connections, even at age 70 or 80, if it's properly stimulated. Research from Harvard University has shown that engaging in intellectual activities like learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, doing crossword puzzles, or even just reading daily can improve memory, increase focus, and slow down cognitive aging. Stimulating your brain doesn't have to be complicated. You can start by learning a new skill through YouTube videos, joining a free class at the local library, or playing chess with an old friend. Journaling, listening to podcasts, or trying a new recipe. These are all effective workouts for the brain. In fact, technology, often seen as intimidating by many older adults, can be an incredibly empowering tool. You can learn to use a smartphone, create a social media account to connect with family, or explore audiobook apps. New experiences like these not only sharpen the mind, but also bring a sense of pride, confidence, and youthfulness. Remember, neglecting mental activity is just like neglecting physical movement. Both lead to a decline in function. But the good news is, it's never too late to make a change. Each time you learn something new, no matter how small, you remind yourself that you are still growing and that there's still so much to look forward to. And once your mind has been awakened, let's move forward into a more reflective journey where gratitude and inner calm help you experience happiness more deeply every single day. Practice gratitude and self-reflection. Noting 3 positive things each day and taking quiet time helps reduce stress and increase happiness. Do you often take a moment during the day to simply listen to yourself without doing anything, without thinking big thoughts, just being present? In today's fast-paced world, where everything moves quickly and personal space continues to shrink, older adults can easily find themselves caught in a sense of emptiness without even knowing why. Whether living alone or surrounded by family, negative emotions like anxiety, regret, or a loss of direction can quietly build up if they're not acknowledged and released in a healthy way. That's why the practice of gratitude and self-reflection each day is so important. It doesn't require much time or effort. Just a few minutes each day to write down 3 positive things you experienced, like the warmth of sunlight, a delicious meal, or an unexpected phone call, can significantly shift your emotional well-being. According to research from the University of California, people who regularly practice gratitude report higher levels of happiness, better sleep, and less loneliness. They are also less likely to experience depression, maintain a more positive outlook, and handle emotional challenges more easily. In addition, setting aside even just 5 to 10 minutes of quiet time for light meditation, gentle reflection, or simply deep breathing helps calm the nervous system, lower blood pressure, and improve heart health. You don't have to sit in formal meditation. Just find a quiet corner in your home, close your eyes, and let your breath guide your thoughts. That's enough. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything's okay or ignoring what's difficult. It's about seeing more clearly the good that still exists around you and realizing that every day holds meaning and deserves appreciation. Try starting with a small notebook and write down 3 things that made you smile today. Do it again each evening before bed. After a week, you might be surprised at how much lighter, calmer, and more content you feel. And once your inner world feels more peaceful, when gratitude fills your heart, that's the perfect time to step outward and share that light with others. Let's now move on to the final principle, where helping others becomes not just an action, but a powerful way to live each day with a deeper purpose. Helping others, acts of kindness, like volunteering or sharing life experience, bring a sense of purpose. Do you remember the last time you helped someone, even with a small gesture, and felt a quiet warmth fill your heart? Many older adults, especially after retirement or living alone, often feel like they've been taken out of the game. With no job to go to, grown-up children living their own lives, and increasingly empty days, the question, "Am I still useful?" becomes a lingering thought. But the truth is, you, with your life experience and seasoned heart, hold something society deeply needs: generosity and wisdom. Helping others doesn't have to be something big. It could be volunteering a few hours a week at the local library, tutoring a neighborhood child, mentoring new immigrants and learning English, or simply being a kind ear for someone going through a hard time. Every small act creates impact, not just for those you help, but for you as well. Research from Carnegie Mellon University shows that older adults who engage in volunteer work tend to live longer, enjoy better health, and report higher levels of happiness than those who don't. When you know your actions are making a difference, you feel like you're truly living, not merely existing. It doesn't matter how old you are or how strong you feel. There's always something you can give: a piece of advice, a smile, a story from your own journey. All of these can be guiding lights for someone still finding their way. If you're unsure where to begin, ask yourself, what have I gone through that could help someone else if I shared it? Or, what skills do I have that younger people might want to learn? You might be surprised at just how much you still have to offer. Helping others is a two-way path. You don't just give, you receive joy, motivation, and a reason to greet each day with positivity. It's a way to feel present, needed, and connected to something larger than yourself. And now, having learned to live with purpose, by caring for yourself, building connections, and giving back, your journey of living alone transforms. It's no longer about isolation, but about choosing to live fully in your own powerful and meaningful way. Thank you for taking the time to join me on this journey through the 6 golden principles for living a fulfilling and meaningful life, even while living alone. The fact that you've made it to these final lines is already a powerful sign. You genuinely care about your own life or the life of someone you love. We've explored simple yet powerful practices, like creating daily routines, staying active, maintaining social connections, keeping the mind sharp, practicing gratitude, and giving back. And together, we've discovered that these small actions form the solid foundation for a vibrant, independent, and joyful life in later years. Now, I invite you to pause for a moment and gently ask yourself, where do I want to begin? Maybe it's writing down 3 things you're grateful for today, taking a 10-minute walk around the block each morning, or calling an old friend just to reconnect. Whatever it is, once you take that first step, you've already begun changing your life. If this content has touched you in any way, I warmly invite you to leave a comment and share your thoughts. What did you take away from this? Which principle are you putting into practice? Your voice doesn't just help me improve future content, it might also inspire someone else who is watching this video right now. And if you believe this message could help someone else, please don't hesitate to share it with your friends or loved ones. You might be the very person who helps someone rediscover a positive path forward. I truly hope this won't be our only encounter. I invite you to continue walking with me in future content, where we'll keep learning, growing, and building a life filled with meaning, no matter our age or circumstances, because it's never too late to start living better.